Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create my switchback bracelet. This is a pretty simple loom design in my opinion, and you can get a little bit of a different look depending on how you do the colors. I'm going to be doing a similar style to this one where I use two different colors in the middle there. But you'll need about 62 bands plus 15 or so extension bands depending on your wrist size. The breakdown is 25 of this brown. You'll need 11 of the purple, 15 of the yellow, and 11 of the green cap band. You may need to divide that depending on how many colors you use for the green. I'm going to use two colors like I did there, so I'll use 6 of one color and 5 of another. I will have the breakdown in the description box below if you want to do the full length version, so you can check that out in the box below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get our supplies ready and we can get started. To make this bracelet, you will need to have at least one rainbow loom. If you want a full length bracelet, you will need to connect another loom in front of it. And that still might not be long enough. My bracelet with two full loom lengths was 6.5 inches. So you might even still need some extension bands with two looms. But I'm just going to use one loom today. And the first thing we're going to do is choose the color that is brown in this bracelet. It does like a zigzag here. And I'm going to use navy blue for that. We're going to start by laying one single one in the beginning to close it later. And then we're going to go diagonal to the left. Now we're going to go straight. And then we're going to go diagonal to the right. We're going to go straight again. And now this time we're going to go diagonal left. So we're going to keep alternating with the diagonal bands going right and left. So we'll go straight, diagonal right, straight, diagonal left. Straight, diagonal right, straight, diagonal left. So I'm sure you can see the pattern that it's doing. And we're going to do that going down the loom. Now, if you're using two loom lengths and you're someone that really needs to follow my every step, make sure that you end with your diagonal band facing to the right. If you go all the way down to the end of two loom lengths, you're going to end up with a diagonal left. So you will have to stop about 3 pins shy so that your last one ends about here. Just make sure that your last diagonal ends right, because that's how mine is going to end, and then you can follow me my exact steps. So that is where my last diagonal one will go to the right. And then you will lay one last one going straight. So it should look like that at the end of your loom. So I would definitely go through, take a second and push all of those down. And once you've done that, we are going to choose the purple bands that sit on the sides. I'm going to use olive green. We're going to be laying a bunch of triangles. So starting on the left side, on this first pin here, we're going to lay this connected to the pin in front and also pull it over to the middle so it makes a triangle. You're going to come up to the next open pin and do the same thing. Connect it on there, pull it up to the pin in front and to the middle. We're going to keep working down the loom doing that same thing. And you will go to the end of the loom where your bands end for the left side. So I have one more to lay. That's what it should look like for the left side of your loom. And we will come back to the beginning and we will do the same on the right side, except we're going to come to the second pin on the right side, and that's where our triangle will start, like that. Come up to the next open pin, and that's where your next one will start. So you can see that the triangles are going to be staggered like that. So you keep doing this down the loom. The right side does not go all the way to the very end. I will show you where it stops. So this is where the last one stops on the right side. You can see my last diagonal band is there. The triangle should be right in front of it. So make sure our looms look the same. Push them down and I'll tell you what we're going to do next. So now we will choose whatever color you want to use where my yellow is. I'm going to use white for that. And we're basically going to be filling in all of the open spaces that are on the loom. So we'll start on the right side and we're going to start by going diagonal to the right. And then we will go straight. We're going to come up to the next open pin and lay a straight one. So we don't lay one right here because we have the triangle band under there. So that's where my last one was laid. Come up to the next open pin and lay a straight one. And a straight one there. And right here. Come up to this one here and lay one. And then we are going to bring it diagonally in once you reach the end there. Bring it into the middle. So this is what it will look like on the right side. And we have to do that same thing on the left side. So we start on the second pin down and we lay it straight. And then we keep coming up to the next pin and filling in those spaces. We need to now connect these two here. So we're going to lay one diagonally in on the left side like so. So that part is complete, and now we need to choose whatever color you're going to use where my greens are. So you can use one color there. It's cat bands that we're going to be laying. Let me grab one to show you. So on this one I used all white, and this one I used two colors. So today I'm going to use two colors, but it is up to you if you want to use one or two. I'm going to use gray and teal, and we're just going to be placing cat bands on the center pins. So we're going to come up to the second pin on the center, and you're just going to wrap it 2 times. I'm going to go to my second color, come up to the next pin, and do a cat band. We're going to do that on each open pin in the middle. I'm just going to keep alternating my colors since I'm using 2. Okay, so this is what it will look like after all of your cat bands are laid. So we're going to turn our loom around so the openings are facing us. We are going to grab one more band of whatever color you have right here where my white is, and we're going to place a cat band on the very front one, like so. And now we are officially ready to start looping. So to start looping, we're going to go into the first cat band right here. We're going to push it back, grab the top diagonal band, bring it back to itself. My top one is going to the right. And then I'll go in again, grab the next one and bring it to the left just to get the beginning started. And now I like to go up one side at a time. So I'm going to go up the right side first. The pattern starts with going into this band here. You're going to grab the only band that's in there, which is the bottom of the triangle. You're going to loop that forward. Then we're going to come into the cat band that's in the middle. And this part you want to be careful because you don't want to pop the cat band off. But we're going to go into the cat band and we're going to grab the other side of that triangle, which is my green band. And you're going to bring that into the same pin that you looped the other one to, right there. Again, that's the part you want to be careful with because I easily pop that cat band off. You can use your finger if you need to hold it. Then we're going to go into the side band that you just looped to. Grab your white and loop that forward. Then we're going to do this step all over again. So we're going to grab the bottom part of the triangle band and loop it forward. Then we're going to come into the cat band in the middle, which is right next to it. push the cap band back. You're going to grab the top band that's in there. It's the other side of that triangle. Carefully remove it and loop it to that same pin. We'll go back to looping the white forward. And now we'll loop the triangle. So we'll loop the triangle up. And then we'll come into the middle cap band, push that out of the way. Once you move the cap band, it's the first band that's in there. And carefully loop that to the same pin. And we're going to just alternate between those two steps. I guess it's kind of 3 steps, but. So we loop the white up, go into that band, loop up the bottom of the triangle, and then loop the side of the triangle from the middle. Once you reach the top of your loom, we're going to stop right there. We're not going to bring that blue band in. We're going to do that at the end. So that is where you stop. And then we're going to do that same thing on the left side. So we already started looping the left side out at the beginning. You're going to go into the band that we've already looped out right here. And you're going to start doing the same thing. So you'll start by looping this top white one forward. You're going to go into that band, grab the bottom part of the triangle and loop it forward. Come into the cap band that's closest to that pin and grab the other part of that triangle and loop it to the same pin. And then we go back to the white and then we do the triangle again. I reached the top of my left side, so I've just looped my triangle out. I am going to go in and loop up the white, and then I'm going to stop there. So we don't want to do anything with that diagonal band there until the end. So this is what your loom looks like. We're going to come back to the beginning, and we are going to loop the navy blue now. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of follow the pattern of the way that the bands are laid. So in the middle here, we're just going to grab the bottom blue band, loop it forward. And then we'll come to the left where this diagonal band is and loop that to the center. Everything's getting looped to the center at this point. After you've looped 2 in, we're going to grab the cap band that's right here in the middle. And you're going to pull it over the pin towards yourself until it is in front of it and then let it go. So to start the next section, we'll go into the center pin. Make sure you're getting in front of everything so that you're grabbing that very bottom blue band. You're going to loop that straight. Come to the right this time because we're going to just go wherever the diagonal band is. Grab that, bring it to the middle. And then after you've looped those 2 to the middle, we are going to grab this entire cap band, pull it over the pin, and let it go. And we're just going to keep going and following the blue band. So we'll push back from the middle, grab the bottom band, loop it forward, come to the left since that's where my diagonal band is, and loop that to the middle. And now we're going to grab our cap band right here and pull it over the pin. Once you clear it, you can let it go and it will sit in front of it. Reach into the middle, loop that straight. Grab this blue band and loop that to the middle. And flip your cap band. So continue doing these steps up the loom. I feel like I've been doing more like hook only tutorials lately and a couple pin designs, and I am releasing a And well, by this point, I have already released a awesome hook design by Alfie's Crafts. But I wanted to also get a loom one out there because I know not everyone on my channel likes to do hook-only bracelets. So this week, you guys get to make 2 bracelets. Well, have the option to make 2. Everyone gets something they can make if they choose to. But that's why I went with a more easier design. Well, hopefully you guys find this easy. After you flip this last cap band over at the top of your loom, don't forget to go back into the middle to loop that straight one because you don't want this falling apart. And now we will loop the last 2 diagonal bands at the top. It doesn't really matter which one you grab first, but make sure you loop them both into the center. And then we are going to grab the loose band that we laid there earlier for closing. We're going to bring both ends together, and we're not going to C-clip it. I'm just going to push it on my hook, and we're going to take it off of the loom so we can make an extension. Once you take it off of the loom, I do like to give it a stretch, and I like to pull on the cap band because it gets a little weird. But we're going to sit this to the side for a second, and we're going to make our extension. So I like to grab whatever color I used where my white is. So I'm going to grab my white bands, and I needed about 15. You may need more, but I'm just going to start right here on the center pin, and we're just going to lay zigzag bands like this, going back and forth until you have the number that you need. So I'm just going to lay a couple just to give you an idea of how the extension is made if you don't know how. You can always add or take off if you are not sure how many to lay. So you're going to lay them like so, and then you're going to turn your loom around once you have the number laid that you need. You're going to grab your bracelet. You're going to bring the band down to your hook like that. You need to make sure that both of these bands get onto the pin. So go into that opening and stretch it. You're going to attach it to the first pin, like so. Again, make sure they're both on there. And now we're just going to loom each band back to itself in a zigzag motion. The same way that they're laid is the same way that they will be looped. So I think this is pretty straightforward here. And you're just going to do this all the way up. Once you've done that, you're going to attach your C-clip to the top band right here, and then you can take it off of the loom. Once you do take it off, just connect the C-clip to the cap band on the other side, and then you will have my completed switchback bracelet. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was easy for you as it was for me. I think I have mine upside down. Yes, I do. So just a little tip, you can stretch this bracelet left to right. I do that. It does not hurt it. And then I kind of go up and down a little bit. It just helps get everything unbunched. I think this is a cool design. If you guys like it, don't forget to hit the like button down below. And don't forget to share with me your rendition on Instagram. But that will be it for today, you guys. I do thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you soon at my next tutorial. Thanks, guys. Bye.